I had to play all that. That was fun. Okay. All right. This next poem I want to do is one that I don't always feel comfortable doing. The book, but when I think of summer, I think of roses in bloom. I don't know about you, but I do. And I wrote this book, and it is a tribute to my adoptive mother who passed away. Her name was Rose, and my grandma's name was Rosa May. And she's still living, actually. She's 91 years old, so give it up for that. She's still on her own, still cooking and driving, can you believe it? I know, it's a blessing. This poem is really for some of my female heroes, and it's also for whenever we feel like we fall down. You know how that song goes, we fall down and we get up. So, sheroes, for some of my female heroes. With the power of her presence and the strength of her fight, her words caused wrinkled men to question slavery, and weary women grew imaginary wings for solo flight. Sojourner rose, Sojourner Truth, she rose. I know why the caged birds sing. Oh my, a landmark of first on a broken wing. Even though she was raped at 7 and a mother at 16, with a past rooted in pain, she said, I rise. And her poetry sings, Maya rose, Maya Angelou, she rose. She stood in muddy water and created clean lines with a clear vision. Hate drew an incision across her beautiful wall of monumental art. And like a veteran soldier in a bulldozing battle, rage surfaced. But it was those ancestress women who led her to pick up the pieces of her beating heart. And Maya rose, Maya Lynn, she rose. She loved one person at a time. She was a shining example of the divine, a steady flame and pillow for the restless, unwanted, unloved, and poor. She fed haunting hunger with her hands. And she opened up the stickiest door. Teresa rose. Mother Teresa?
She rose.
She was a Union spy with eyes in the back of her head. And over 1,000 crept in footsteps where she led. She forced them with the gun and said, live free or die. This female Moses taught them to walk, run, or fly. And Harriet rose. Harriet Tubman.
She rose.
She was called mentally ill and at worst a traitor and a liar. She was grilled in judiciary fire, levitating above sex books, videotapes, and lies. She helped remove muffles on silent cries. Anita rose. Anita Hill.
She rose.
She said, feel what you cannot touch. She laughed at the thought of living with a crippling crutch. When they said that she was deaf, blind, and disabled, she couldn't understand their limited view. She proved that she heard. Oh, she saw. And she even spoke like a spiritual guru. Who am I talking about?
Helen Keller.
Helen rose. Helen Keller.
She rose.
At 15, she fought back against Little Rock, big fireballs, and acid attacks in 1954. Angry white mobs were ordered to open up the school door to blacks. And there was no dance or after-class play with a bounty on your head. Dignity, just like freedom. It's a state of mind, her grandmother said. And Melba rose. Melba Beale, she rose. She's floating on air in a silver spacesuit with a fearless smile. She holds 3 degrees in hand and they They seek to clone her mental style. You see, this rising star brings blueprints to the Peace Corps, and she measures the length of courage and mental vigor. Mae Rose, Mae Jameson.
She rose.
She sang of rotting bodies, in America's very first protest song. Her life's short, but the scar left on those soundtracks, lingering, long. Strange Fruit would be read on the Congress floor because of the love that she blew into an open sore. Billie Rose. Billie Holiday.
She rose.
She didn't spend time plucking her brows, knowing that inner beauty grows in a bright, big Mexican dress. She rebelled with art that tangled on toes. Her canvas celebrates a life of broken bones, fruits, and a thick thorn. She lived a life full of authentic expression in her search to be reborn. Who is it? Frida Rose. Frida Kahlo.
She rose.
A humane example before she took a stand by keeping her seat. She rose, despite the risk of a thrashed skull and dangling feet. Rosa rose, Rosa Parks. She rose. Lena Horne, Eleanor Roosevelt, Bessie Coleman, Angela Davis, Diane Carroll, Dolores Huerta, Toni Morrison, Ida B. Wells, Hillary Clinton, Oprah Winfrey, Shirley Chisholm, Fannie Lou Hamer, Barbara Jordan, Mary McLeod Bethune. Each one arose among thorns, and every vision in full bloom. And if we were an ancient Kemet, Nefertiti would have granted them tombs. But the thankless are more than a few. You see, my mama rose, and your mother rose, giving birth to something new. They rose like blossoming babies, budding freshly formed leaves, quenching the taste of light, morning dew. And I need each and every one of them to remind me that there's a Shiro in me. And there is a Shiro